Okusa News. First with breaking news.
Hello and welcome to Marketing Edge on TV, Nigerians' leading initiative in the business of brand management and the management of brand business. It is a 30-minute wholesome package that comprises brand news, branding focus, and industry conversation, all in a mix encompassing thorough and in-depth, all aimed at promoting the brand idea. I'm Ogale Abikele Mafuru.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the brand idea.
Good to have you back. First on Marketing Edge on TV is brand news, where we bring you the latest developments around brands and in the field of advertising, marketing, and communication in Nigeria and around the world. Now on brand news. The marketing director, Sub-Sahara Africa of Restland Capina Wamco Nigeria PLC, Chris Wolf Caesar, has urged marketers to prioritize consumer experience and other to optimize marketing strategies in alignment with organizational objectives. Speaking at the Advertisers Association of Nigeria Advan 2023 Marketing Masterclass, which was held at the Regent Hotel Ikeja, Lagos, the astute marketing boss called on professionals to focus on value creation that provides optimal satisfaction to consumers. According to him, penetration is the route to sustainable growth for organizations, which can be achieved through brand accessibility and availability. The number of Nigerians that own mobile money accounts has risen by 22% in 2022 when compared with 2021. According to a report by GSM Association, a non-profit organization representing the interest of mobile network operators globally, the recent payment service bank license granted to MTN and Airtel by the Central Bank of Nigeria is responsible for the growth. MTN and Airtel both received the final approval to operate as payment service banks in 2022. Meanwhile, a report titled The State of the Industry Report on Mobile Money 2023 said among all adults that are aware of mobile money and have used a mobile phone, mobile money account ownership has grown from 16% to 22%. As part of initiatives to support the growth of the marketing and media industries through innovation, GDM Group, in partnership with a Co-Innovation Center, has flagged off MACHAC 2.0 with a call for entries. The event, which has the theme Unlocking the Power of the Creative Economy, will have an array of industry professionals as facilitators who will help participants turn their ideas into market-ready products. Finalists will have a chance to join an accelerated program with up to $10,000 equity investment and a chance to be mentored by industry experts for 3 months. MACHAC is Nigeria's first ever marketing and media hackathon, and the second edition, MACHAC 2.0, will bring together the brightest minds in the creative industry to develop innovative solutions to real-time marketing and media challenges. Latest industry report has revealed that brands wasted more than $104 million digital ad spend in the first quarter of 2023, amounting to an average of 43% across total audited media spend. According to figures from independent digital performance agency Nest & Co., the wastage is above last year's overall average of 40% of audited spend. Across digital media platforms, the most wasted ad spend occurred on Facebook at $45 million, followed by Google with a record of $42 million, while LinkedIn and Bing accounted for $10 million and $5 million respectively. With our brand news, next is branding focus after this break.
Where's Glory?
Excuse me, ma'am.
Glow! Where's Glow now?
I take you.
Glow, don't go village. Tell all our customers.
Everybody pay attention. See, now global dedicated 10x. Now they dash me 10 times the credits when I load. Can't even summer me double data join.
Yeah. Wait, so with 1 5 when they give all of us, so you then enjoy up to 15,000 naira credit and data.
And I say I never finish you. See, now say if we enjoy if I join global dedicated 10x. When I go get 1,000 naira welcome credit. You just carry your phone, dial *777#. Finish.
Correct.
Glow, you don't win. You don't do.
Oh, now see they here. Hello, please, I'm looking for Glow. Please, save now Glow be they fine. Now Glow be they go. Okay, so
enjoy 10 times the value of your recharge on Glow Berekete 10X. You also get 1,000 naira for calls and data and double data bonus on your subscription.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Now on branding focus. With the fast-paced nature of modern society, convenience has become a necessity. Cway Home has taken this into consideration and created a platform that caters to the needs of its teeming consumers who are looking for a hassle-free and convenient way to purchase their favorite Cway products. The Cway Home mobile app and web app were designed with the user in mind, providing them with easy access to all Cway products and services. Cway Home, the innovative shopping mobile application that enables seamless purchases and sales of all Cway products and services digitally from the preferred zone of a user, has launched with wallet features for an improved shopping experience. This app is designed to make shopping for Cway products more accessible, convenient, and hassle-free for Nigerians. As a do-it-yourself digital service platform, the Cway Home mobile app and web app are easy to use and navigate. The platform is user-friendly and customers can easily search for their preferred products, place their orders, and pay on delivery. Cway Home is the brainchild of Cway Nigeria, which is known for its widely distributed water brand packaged in 18.9-liter dispenser refilling water and dispenser machines. In 2021, the company launched a door-to-door delivery service to end consumers, and in 2022, it launched the Cway Home mobile app for a better shopping experience. Since its launch, the Cway mobile app has attracted over 8,000 plus visitors in Nigeria, and orders via the app have amounted to 22% of total processed orders. The Cway Home mobile app is targeted primarily at users of Cway brands. With this app, customers can access 100% genuine Cway products at the best prices, search and order their preferred products on the Cway Home mobile app or web app platforms, and pay on delivery. This makes it easier for customers to find the products they need without having to leave their homes or workplaces. With the Cway Home mobile app and web app, users of Cway products can conveniently place orders and have their orders delivered to their doorsteps or chosen addresses from a Cway Home outlet close to them in minutes. This service is available across Nigeria, making it easier for customers to access their favorite Cway products from the comfort of their homes. When I was branding focus, next is industry conversation, where we have interactions with distinguished personalities in the business of brand management. Well, today we have with us a very distinguished personality, the Group Managing Director of CMC Connect, Mr. YOMI BADEJO-OKUSANYA, after this break.
Brekete times 10. Get a Glow SIM today and enjoy 1,000 naira sign-on bonus for voice and data. All new and existing Glow subscribers also get 10 times the value of their every recharge, plus up to double their data recharge as bonus. All Glow subscribers also get up to free 20,000 naira bonus for voice and data.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Hello and welcome to Industry Conversation, a segment on Marketing Edge on TV, where we have distinguished personalities in the business of brand management. Today we have with us a very distinguished personality, one who has traversed the entire PR industry. We have with us Mr. YOMI BADEJO-OKUSANYA, who is the Group Managing Director of CMC Connect, LLP, and also the President of the African Public Relations Association. So pleased to have you with us on Industry Conversation, sir.
Thank you very much.
It's such a rare privilege to have you on Industry Conversation. We do not take that for granted.
My pleasure. The pleasure is mine.
Thank you so much, sir. Mr. YOMI BADEJO-OKUSANYA, YBO, as is popularly called, is a renowned veteran in the marketing communications industry with over 30 years to his credit. He started his career in 1988 with CTNA, a Lagos-based advertising agency, and rose to become director in 1991. He later founded CMC Connect Limited in 1992. There's a lot to speak about our dear YBO, so I want him to speak more about the transition of the company. We know that the company is no more perception managers, but have transited to LLP. Can you speak more on that, sir?
Thank you very much. The main reason why we undertook that from a limited liability company to a limited liability partnership is to build sustainability for the business. I founded the business 30 years ago, and only towards the end of last year, I clocked 60. And it's important to know that the business must be sustainable thereafter. So I usually say that a company is what, if you're lucky, dies after the founder has passed on, but an institution is what lives for several generations after the founder. And I'd like to see our business more as an institution than a company. So it was in a bid to do that we transited from being a limited liability business to being a limited liability partnership. That way we can build very well-trained succession pipeline. So if those of us who are the first generation leaders of the business have to bow out, which invariably we would have to do at some point in time, we have enough people who will be in the business to be able to sustain it. Secondly, the era of one man knowing everything is gone. We're going into the era of specialization. So the new form of competition is collaboration. So we realize that in many instances, you cannot know everything. You not have all the resources in-house. You're either going to have to buy, borrow, or build. That's the way you build capacity. And so LLP would also encourage us to borrow capacity. So if we have someone who is an expert in a subject matter, we can bring that person on as a consulting partner. We also have two other categories of partners. We have the bonus partner. That's the person, someone who works within the firm and earns a bonus apart from his salary. And then we have what we call the equity partner. Those are people who have stake in the business. So that's the reason why we decided to do. I want to believe that it's the first, at least in Nigeria. Nobody has done that. That's not the reason why we're doing it. We just want to make our business as sustainable as possible.
All right. Speaking about sustainability, of course, in the PR industry, you've been in this field for over 3 decades. Now, given the projected contraction of global and local economics this year, what would be your projection for the PR profession in Nigeria?
Well, PR profession in itself, I believe, has witnessed a lot of metamorphoses, and some, I'll say, maybe not so good, in the sense that, unfortunately, as practitioners, we have been unable to sell our value to the rest of the business world, or government and all that. So we have also been plagued by the activities of interlopers. Those are people who are not trained to do the profession, but they found themselves in the profession, or one way or the other, they have entered into the profession. So all of this has eroded the quantum of what we as public relations practitioners can deliver. So put at it like this, a huge pie, just like a pizza, and then some people came and said they're event managers, so they took out of the pie. Some people came and said we're influencers. They've taken away from the pie. Some people say, look, I'm not this, I'm just XYZ, and they've taken away from the pie. So you find that what is left is actually small. Some people are journalists. I don't have a problem with the journalists being part of transiting to become a public relations practitioner, but please go for the training, please go for the knowledge enhancement. But there are people like that who have stolen some of our, I use that word in quote, they're stealing some of our business. So we're dealing with that. And then you ask me that in view of the global challenges we've had in the economy, I don't think that PR has fared very well because of that challenge that we have. It is been in the past and it's still existing. So I would say that coming out of COVID, we've come battered and bruised.
Okay, it's good that you highlighted the fact that social media influencer marketing is impacting on the entire business of PR in Nigeria. But can you tell us to what extent is that impacting on the business and practice?
Well, severely, you know what we do. In those days, let me give you an example. Most events were managed by public relations practitioners. But now, today, you have people who say that they're event managers, they're event coordinators. We used to handle a lot of stuff. And that has significantly reduced. Let's also take like the big players in the industry, like the banks. In those days, agencies, or as they call them, or consulting firms, as we'd like to refer to ourselves, managed the reputation of banks or help. They were contracted. The same thing in advertising, but look at it. A lot of the big banks or the big companies, the big players, have in-house communication team that prosecute their work. So what does that do? It leaves us out in the cold. Secondly, the clients don't want to pay commensurate. And many of us, because we are eager to get their business, we take it even if we are running at a loss, because I want to be able to say, I work for company A, B, C, D. And so a lot of the organizations are taking full advantage of that. And so you find out that it's also even very difficult when you're running a business like this to keep your head above water. Many clients, at the end of the year, they give bonuses. The clients don't do that, usually to the consulting firms. You want them to be there before, you want them to be there during, you want them to be there after. I heard of a client that says that, now they're going to do something like 180 days or 300 and something days before they pay. That's stifling. In other climes, if you are taking something for a client, you can bring out your credit card and then you put the money and the interest, you put it on your charges and it comes back. But here, you and I know that everything in Nigeria is cash and carry. And then it's unfair for clients to now say that they're not going to pay for 6 months, 180 days. So a lot of our businesses are using our resources to manage the business of the clients because they are not doing anything significant. All they're doing is that, we want to do X, Y, Z. We want to appear in this place. We want to do that. You want to pay for this. Go and pay for it. And then we don't get paid for God knows how long.
So speaking about the value, people have, organizations have for PR professionals, How would you compare the involvement of PR professionals in last year's elections, this year's elections, and of course, just opposing that to previous general elections?
The same thing. I mean, I do know that a few PR companies worked for some political parties or got involved in communicating the process. But largely, I would say that very few. The impact was low, or even the intervention was low. So, for instance, I know that INEC didn't. Maybe a few of my colleagues in running perhaps for gubernatorial candidates, for House of Assembly candidates or representatives. I'm not sure many of them. I can probably count the number of them that used PR firms, consulting firms, almost on my fingertips, because a lot of the work that is being done by the public relations practitioner, or ought to be done, is being hijacked by the media people, journalists, for instance. You look at it. I mean, do I need to say this? Practically all the spokespersons for all the candidates were non-communication people. Yeah, and they're definitely non-practitioner. And are we surprised at what we're seeing? Are we surprised at the rhetorics that is being spewed? So, I say we didn't do well.
What would you say is responsible for this? Is it a lack of confidence in the PR professions?
There's something that I've been trying to promote for a while, which is affirmative public relations. Okay. Affirmative public relations, and that is what, to sell public relations, make it a front burner issue, sell the value that it brings to the table. And I always use this example. LGBTQ, many years ago, you didn't know what it was all about. But now, through the use of communication, it's become a front burner issue. I was watching television yesterday, and I saw that even in South Africa, they are protesting against LGBTQ, anti-LGBTQ laws that were passed by the Ugandan embassy. So, which means it's no longer something you find in the Western world. Even Africans are getting involved. Why? Some people, presented it, so to speak, rationalized it, and people are buying into it. The same thing with women. You can't be a serious person or organization today if you don't have women in your top executive or top management, be it government, be it private sector. Where did this happen? Beijing Conference of 1995, I believe. That's where there was an affirmative action for women. So why is this value not done? We haven't done enough in selling ourselves. It's a case of physician, heal thyself. We're able to do it for our clients, but we're very poor at doing it for ourselves. We have not sufficiently sold our relevance to government and private sector.
Okay. So why do PR practitioners believe in whitewashing unpleasant truths? Is it that there's no values for fidelity, truthfulness, or humanity or humility in PR practice?
Well, let me correct you. With PR practitioners don't whitewash. We don't use that word in, there's a word I'm looking for, anathema. I think that's the word. Okay. That is an anathema in our profession. We don't whitewash. Okay. We don't spin either. Those words are not what a public relations practitioner does. A public relations practitioner builds his narrative on truth. All he's trying to do is to see for him to gain your empathy and your understanding. Okay. So it doesn't necessarily mean that, or that's not the practice, that a PR person will see white and will call it black. That's not how we were trained, and that's not what the ethic of the profession says. No, that's not it. We don't do that. There's a difference between public relations and propaganda. Okay. Propaganda, that is propaganda. Do you understand? When you engage in half or quarter truth, and you even outright falsehood, And there's a lot of that going around. Perhaps that's one of the reasons why public relations practitioners are not engaged as spokespeople for politicians. You know, with due respect, politicians are said to be able to speak from both sides of their mouth. Right. So if you find a core professional, he can't do that. He won't do that because his reputation as a practitioner is at stake. He would rather resign your business. So maybe that's why they don't invite us to come and do it.
Marketing Edge on TV, promoting the bright idea.
Well, that's much we can take on Marketing Edge on TV this week. Do well to join us same time next week for the second part of our conversation with Mr. YOMI BADEJO-OKUSANYA. I'm Ogali Abikele Mafuru. See you again.
Maya Angelou was a civil rights activist, poet, and award-winning author known for her acclaimed 1969 memoir, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and her numerous poetry and essay collections. Angelou was born on April 4, 1928 in St. Louis, Missouri. Angelou had a difficult childhood. Her parents split up when she was very young. Around the 1960s, Angelou lived in Ghana working as an editor and a freelance writer. Angelou also held a position at the University of Ghana for a time before she joined a community of revolutionist returnees exploring Pan-Africanism and became close with human rights activist and black nationalist leader Malcolm X and Martin Luther King. In 1961, Angelou appeared in an off-Broadway production of Jean Gennett's The Blacks with James L. Jones, Lou Gossett Jr. and Cicely Tyson, and went on to earn a Tony Award nomination for her role in the play Look Away in 1973 and an Emmy Award nomination for her work on the television miniseries Roots 1977, among other honors. Angelou's career has seen numerous accolades, including the Chicago International Film Festival's 1998 Audience Choice Award and a nod from the Acapulco Black Film Festival in 1999 for Down in the Delta. She published 7 autobiographies, 3 books of essays, several books of poetry, and is credited with a list of plays, movies, more than 50 honorary degrees, and television shows spanning over 50 years. She also won 2 NAACP Image Awards in the Outstanding Literary Work Non-Fiction category for her 2005 cookbook and 2008 Letter to My Daughter. After experiencing health issues for a number of years, Angelou died on May 28, 2014 at her home in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. In May 2021, it was announced that Angelou will be one of the first women to be commemorated with a new series of quarters from the U.S. Mint.
Politics is defined as getting what, where, when, and how. But in the mix, many things come to play to shape the political fortune of any country.
Honorable Minister, that's how you disinform the public.
From the political actors to the electorate, campaign to voting, from debates to policy decisions, big events happen to engage us in constant conversation.
That's what we're looking for. Not some people who are talking about ethnicity. No.
Who is on your mind?
Don't worry.
Join me every day on Politics Tonight, where we dissect issues that shape our political destiny. Politics Tonight, weekdays on TVC News.
As they count down to the inauguration of President-elect Bola Ahmed Tinubu as Nigeria's 16th president continues, more and more world leaders are showing solidarity with him in recognition of his well-deserved win. The United States, United Kingdom, China, Ukraine, France, Ghana, Sierra Leone, Cuba, Nicaragua, Namibia, and a host of others have already sent in their congratulatory messages. The ECOWAS Parliament and other ECOWAS bodies, the D8, that is, the Developing Aid Organizations for Economic Cooperation, the African Union, are among organizations that have recognized Bola Tinubu's impressive win in the presidential election held on the 25th of February 2023.
The United States congratulates the people of Nigeria, President-elect Tinubu, and all political leaders following the declaration by Nigeria's Independent National Electoral Commission, or INEC, on the results of the February 25th presidential election. This competitive election represents a new period for Nigerian politics and democracy. Each of the top 3 candidates was the leading vote getter in 12 states.